Now, coffee getting a serious ice cream truck makeover. Java Factory is launching its second Flavor 52 collection, bringing 9 weeks of limited edition coffees inspired by some of America's favorite frozen treats. Joining us is Justin Skirbo, Director of Brand Strategy at Java Factory, to talk about the ice cream truck season and the year long Flavor 52 flavor adventure. Good morning. Good to have you on.
Good morning, Ken. Pleasure to be here.
You bet. Nice to have you here. So this sounds incredible. Two of my favorite things on the planet. I drink about a quart of coffee a day. Don't tell my cardiologist. And I love ice cream and always have. So what inspired Java Factory to bring the ice cream truck experience into coffee?
Absolutely. So, we at Java Factory are the masters of flavored coffee. We've been doing it for over 14 years, and we really wanted to make a splash with this new activation we're doing called Flavor 52. And it's 52 weeks of 52 different flavors of coffee, one released every single week for the next year. And as we're leading into season two, this is called Ice Cream Truck. This is going to be a major series of collaborations that we're doing with some brand favorites like Klondike and Good Humor. And really, we just want to bring a lot of new innovation and creativity to the coffee space. In other consumer packaged goods like potato chips or ice cream, we see so much creativity with flavors, and we just want to bring that same energy for coffee.
So what do we expect when we come into Java Factory? What are we going to see? A specialty sign with all the different flavors, and you're going to mix in the ice creams?
That's exactly right. Think Willy Wonka, right? Yeah. So we just want to create something really, really interesting with each of the different flavors that we're doing. So, like I said, it's going to be a mix of both like major brand collaborations like Klondike, but then also making some original flavors that are Java Factory originals. We've got a whole team of flavor scientists that are trying to make something really unique and interesting every single week.
I love that. And it was important to do something different every week, right? So that it didn't just get boring for people.
Well, that's it. When you're trying to do something as ambitious as launching a new flavor of coffee for an entire year, you want to be able to hold people's attention from week to week. So, what we did was we collected them into different seasons. Like we mentioned, our
Mhm.
next season coming up is Ice Cream Truck, and it's all themed around that. But we want to basically be able to carry people's excitement throughout this entire experience and really start to refresh people's interest in coffee and show them something new and different every step along the way.
I love that. And consumers get to vote on their favorite flavors too, right? So how do the votes shape the future Java Factory lineup?
That's exactly right. So every season we're running a leaderboard where anyone who's picking up the flavors and trying them for the first time, they can go to javafactory.com and vote on which of the flavors in that season was their favorite. And one of those flavors is going to be chosen to be a permanent flavor in the Flavor 52 collection. So we definitely encourage everyone to try out all of the different flavors, find something that really speaks to you, and cement its place in coffee flavor history.
How do the season passes work with you guys?
Yeah, so each season, like we said, is collecting about 8 to 9 different weeks of coffees. And if you go to javafactory.com, you would be able to see sort of like a teaser of what that next season is going to be. And you can either pre-order the entire season, pick them up one box at a time, or we have our VIP collection, which is joining us for the entire flavor journey, which means every week you would receive a new flavor and basically be able to try the entire Flavor 52 experience from beginning to end.
I love that. And being a dedicated coffee holic as I am, I just love the fact that you folks are so in love with what you do and really make coffee an experience as opposed to just kind of part of the day to day. I got to have my cup of coffee in the morning. You make it something to look forward to and something exciting.
Well, that's exactly it. I feel like coffee has been a pretty, stable industry for a while. There's a lot of like, the go-to flavors, your hazelnut and your French vanilla. But what we wanted to do is really shake it up, make every morning exciting so that when you go down, to your Keurig and you're, choosing your coffee for the morning, we want to give you something exciting, make those mornings something really interesting and different. And we hope that Flavor 52 is able to bring that energy and carry it across this entire experience.
Are there certain flavors though that are just the mainstays that people always have as a go-to?
Oh, for sure. So, Java Factory as a brand, we have a bunch of our established flavors like blueberry shortcake and things like pistachio. And, a lot of different flavor combinations is really what our specialty is. So, those are going to be stable forever. Flavor 52 is something very unique where This time they're all limited edition flavors, so you get to try each one along the way. And then, like we said, you get to vote on which ones stay permanent. So if there's a flavor that you really like, make sure that you vote at Flavor Factory or javafactory.com. And yeah, definitely check out the rest of our stock to see what other flavor combinations might speak to you.
Justin, the first thing that came to mind when I read this was like the Jelly of the Month Club, and I don't mean that in a demeaning way. I mean that
No, I
in
know
a
exactly what
good
you mean.
way. Same thing like Wine of the Month, because normally you wouldn't take the time. Like you'd think in the back of your mind, maybe I'll do that, but then you don't get to it. Having
Yeah.
this it kind of forces you to try something different. And who knows? You may find this whole new flavor you never thought of that becomes your favorite new coffee. And then boom, you have something that you'll love for years. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. And that's why we think the season pass holders for each of these different steps along the way are going to have such a unique and awesome experience because they get to have that sort of refreshed, coffee palette every single week. And, most people don't think about like, what does ice cream flavored coffee taste like? But I promise you,
Right.
we have put together some of the most interesting and unique flavors that you've ever tried.
That's awesome. I mean, I think back if what would have happened if not for the individuals in the Andes who had those beans on a plant and said, "Gee, I wonder what'll happen if we dry them and then roast them and then grind them and then put water on them and then taste them and they'll be bitter and we'll make something." I mean, there were so many steps before a freaking cup of coffee came out of it, if you think about it, and yet it is the most delicious and addictive thing in the world. But yet if not for the inspiration by those individuals, how many years ago, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation right now, would we?
It really is unbelievable. And it's something that I feel like everybody's so passionate about, whether, your makers like us or if you just enjoy a cup of coffee every day. And that's why, we want to be able to, continue to have that fresh and exciting experience and really, elevate coffee as we know it.
Well, I happen to be, as I mentioned at the top, a coffee holic, and I love what you guys are doing. I think you're fantastic, and I want you to do as great as you are right now. I want you to go and just be so huge that everywhere we turn, we see you. What's a website for more information, Justin?
For sure. So it's javafactory.com or flavor52.com. You can check out all of the flavors that we've released so far, see which of our limited edition flavors are still available. And if you want to join the journey, you can go to
Mhm.
flavor52.com and sign up for a season pass and, check out everything that's on the way.
Well, I'm there already. Just so you know, I'm not kidding. I'm there already on your website. You see, I'm not lying. Justin Skirbo, Director of Brand Strategy at Java Factory. Thank you so much for coming on this morning and come back again, please.
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate the time.
You bet. Have a great day. Oh, man. That's it. Their stuff is great. I love the fact that they're doing all the different flavors.